For this spoken word show, I'm reading from my book Paradoxia, which has been translated into 7 languages. I hope it will be available in Colombia as well. It is a book about the sexual landscape of a young female predator who came from a traumatized family story, who used sex as revenge and used pleasure to get revenge upon the male population. It's a true story. I think I needed with this book to explain my own behaviors, to understand them, and to overcome them. Because there comes a point where, if you are like I was, you are just becoming gluttonous, but there is still a void that needs to be filled. And the only thing that will fill that ultimately is yourself, especially as women. So it's really a moralistic tale, because in the end, I had to deprogram myself from my behaviors. I had to really go into a self-exiled, self-imposed rehab to understand why more was never enough, and to learn to appreciate the smallest pleasures. And this is so important in life. Because when you forget, because as a consumer society, we are given so much to consume constantly, so we forget what reality really is. We have to reduce and go to the smallest pleasures, how light falls, how shadow is, a conversation, the look in someone's eyes, the touch of a hand. Because otherwise we become so gluttonous that nothing ever satisfies. And I want to be satisfied, and I am satisfied, but mostly because I know what I want, and I will insist on getting it. And I think that's an important lesson for women especially. Well, I mean, look, America is the ultimate hypocrite. It is the #1 terrorist in the world. It is terrorizing the entire planet. It is a bankster elite. It is a cabal of dirty old men that are looking to kill everything they can't own or control. This is nothing new. This has been since before World War II. We are the great colonializers. Everything America purports to be is a fucking lie. Trust me on this. I have always been an enemy of my state, because I know what's happening there. We have more prisoners than Russia, than Iran, than China. We have 2.6 million prisoners. We have 6 million people involved in the judicial system, on parole, on probation, most for petty drug crimes. What are drug crimes? Why do people do drugs? They want pleasure. Not all drug offenses should be locked up, especially marijuana. Please, people. Most of the prison population is black and Latino. Why is that? Because we want to keep the truly rebellious and spirited people down. I've always said it has to be the end of the white man's revolution. Now, we have a beige puppet in the White House. This is not a black man. This is a beige puppet. He's done worse than George Bush. I left the country because of George Bush and the stealing of the second election. We pretend to be rich, to be white, to be happy, to be Hollywood. Half the country, more than half, is poor now, made poor. Any black or Latino that rose up during the 80s and 90s has been systematically brought back down from the housing and loan scandal, from the housing scandal. This was a systematic abuse of people rising up. We export terror. We look for terror. We are terror. We are the terrorist. We invented the fucking terrorist. We invented Saddam Hussein. We gave him power, and we killed him when he no longer wanted us to take the oil fields. And it's the same with Gaddafi. These men were not saints. They were evil tyrants. Their country was better off before we went in and killed their people. It is not our right to go in and monopolize the rest of the planet. Why are we still in Afghanistan? Do you know? I do. Lithium. It powers everything. We're not there for oil. Lithium. Why are we anywhere for the natural resources? Because we are the greediest consumers, we are spoiled, we are white, and we want to all be rich. This is the first problem. Your conflict is always changing, and it's been going on for, I know, a long time, and America is part of that conflict as well. I don't know specifically exactly what the conflict is, because I'm not living here. But in spite of the conflict, it is the people that are important here, and it is the spirit, and it is the culture, and it is the sense of rebellion, and that's what's important. And things do change. I hope. I hope. Get America out of here. Their dirty hands are on everything. You know what they do here better than I do. I can't speak for it. My goal is never to expand my fan base, but it's to bring my message to those. Sure, if it expands, that's great. I know what I do is very specific. It's for a minority, an intellectual minority, a political minority, a musical minority. But that I have this, I consider it a coven. This is why I do it. To see your face, to see your face, to see understanding in your eyes. This is why I do it. I'm not alone, you are not alone. We are in this together. Anyone creative, anyone that realizes there is more to life than what they want to feed us. As opposed to the mainstream, because I don't want to convince anyone of anything. If you already have the idea in your head, that's who I want to come to me. I'm not here to propose a dogma or a philosophy. There is no dogma or bottom line. I don't have a rule of commandments that you have to follow to be part of my coven. I don't want to be in the mainstream. If I was successful, I would be a disaster. What did I do wrong? Because the truth is not a popular commodity. It never was. You know this here. The truth is not entertainment. I am irrotainment. Irritating entertainment. This is agrotainment. You know, that you are amused by it is beside the point. I am not there to satisfy or make anyone happy except those that already have such misery that they come to me for this relief. That's it. This is not a popular message. I don't want more fans. If you come to me, I thank you. But I'm not looking for your fucking vote. I'm not a politician. That I am still able to perform, that I create at the rate I do, that I am able to collaborate with the people I collaborate with. Not according to my bank balance, I can tell you, it's very minimal. I am the most successful artist I know because I'm the most stubborn. And I have the most energy. And I function on 3 hours a night sleep. And I will not stop. And somebody has to represent women as we get older. I'm 55 fucking years old. I've been doing this since before you were born, and I will continue to do it. Because somebody has to represent this. And that will be my job for now. Thank you very much.